Hey everyone, Lauren here from Stampin' Up and Color to Kitty. How are ya? Welcome to a Thursday edition, and I am doing a lot better, but I'm running behind on my to-do list. So let's get going here. So this video we're gonna do it a little differently. We're gonna cut out the talkie in the beginning and get right to crafting. So my Stampin' Up team, the current host of the week, is doing a challenge of um I lost my train of thought there. Doing a challenge of making a bookmark using either products from the new mini catalog or from the annual catalog. So I'm just double checking that what I have here is part of the annual catalog. Yes, it is. Okay, so the squirrels are part of it, as well as I'm pretty sure Sweet Sorbet color is part of the annual catalog. Let me double check. Just going to search the word sweet and then bump it to show me annual catalog only. Yes, we are good. Okay, we can do this. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so the quest is make a bookmark. So I'm going to make a couple. So I've got a couple basic supplies here. And then I was looking for a stamp set and I ended up falling onto the squirrelies here. So based on what we have, I am so going to go with this squirrel here. Squirrels, because I love squirrels. And I'm just going to do really plain and basic tonight because that's what my mood is. So I'm just getting prepared here. Getting the right block that I want to use because I do prefer the Paper Pumpkin slightly thicker one because this one's from my kit's collection, but it's not the same. Alrighty. There's my squirrel. Here's a scrap piece of white paper I have, which is white paper as also on the website for the annual catalog. So this is the Sweet Sorbet ink that I'm just gonna very horribly open up here. You think I'd know how to open this by now. Come on, kitty cat. Alright, let's get this guy opened up. And let's get some crafting. So the downside of this is I can easily stick my fingers in it. Hence why I am looking to invest very near future into some better blocks. So what I'm just going to do is kind of like a all over this sheet. Nothing fancy, just... And there I got ink on my finger. Just play around with the squirrels. And then once I'm done stamping, we're going to cut this sheet up and see if that will work. Like just complete silliness here. Oh, someone wants to call me apparently, but I'm not answering. They can go play with themselves. Of course, right in the middle I go do a video. Okay, so I've got this started. I'm going to pause for a sec. Let my phone ring out, which is really annoying. I'm going to scrub my stamp and try to clean it up a little bit. Why do people gotta call me at this time? Don't they know I'm busy? Alright, but I'm feeling this is a little lacking. So I want to throw in a little more detail. But actually, I'm using a different scrub than usual. Because I'm kind of rushing my way through the night. I'm going to grab a wet wipe to kind of finish cleaning it up a bit. Because I actually don't really know how to use the scrub right. Holy kitty. Okay, so let's get a wet wipe. Because even my block is dirty. And just to kind of clean it up a little better. Of course, it's sticking to my hand. And then peel off the stamp. Stick it on there for a sec. But yeah, if in doubt, the wet wipes work great. Actually, really what works the best, I find, is the chamois. But I did not wet it due to time constraints. So here we are. I'm just going to dry it on my clothes for a sec. Okay, so then we got a little predicament here. I need some more stamps happening. So I'm going to grab the twig. And we're not going to do any words on this because I don't think it's going to work. So I'm just going to season the twig and then try to do this without sticking my hand in the ink. So let's twig it up. And this might look really silly, but I'm still rolling with it. But that way we can give this a little more page character. And I'm thinking of adding a few more things. I'm starting to like this just as it is. I might not cut it up. I'm really starting to like it. Oh, I got ink on myself again. Of course. I really got ink on myself. Alright, keep going just a little more. Alright, that's good. So then I'm just going to clean that up. Horribly, apparently. But I'm glad the wet naps are working tonight. Alright, I'm going to peel that stamp off, and then we're going to add a leaf. And I so could very well color these guys in. But I think just for this sake... Oh, I got 2 leaves I want to use. Okay. So let's get the 1 leaf going. That was a little lighter than I intended. It's a little better. Interesting stamp. I'm not even counting how many is here. It really doesn't matter. Just having fun with it. Alright, I'm going to give a few more leaves. As I probably get ink all over myself. I think we're almost there, personally. Alright, let's clean that stamp and block. Let's see where I still could have done multi-tone, but I'm like, I'll just roll with this right now. Let me see if this helps. That just made it worse. Just gonna pull that stamp off. I'm gonna grab 1 more stamp because I'm in the mode. Alright, I got this little twig here. I think it's the first time I'm using it, so season it. And then ink it up nicely, add it in, just to give a little more whimsy fun. I so definitely need to invest in better blocks. And it's coming soon. I'm putting an order in January, a special type of order, because I have some rewards to cash in on, which I am looking forward to. No, I think it looks great. Even just as that, it looks flippin' awesome. Give that a quick scrubby. Wipe her down. Wipe it down a little more. There we go. That's much cleaner. Yay for wet naps. And I should do it once over on that one, just to make sure. I got that because I can tell it's a little discolored from all the stamping I've been doing. Okay, look, the other one I think needs a bit of a quick cleanse. Alright, they're looking better. Okay, so there's that step. Let's close out the ink pad before I really pull a stupid. I don't have the labels on it yet, but I should eventually. Okay, I always do this wrong. Now with Sweet Sorbet, in case you're curious in the color. So the next step is I'm going to put the ink pad away, which is a really, really good idea. I'm going to put the wet thing away, which is an even better idea. And then we're going to cut this masterpiece up, which sounds scary, but that's okay. I'm just going to put my wet naps away. I'm going to put my nuts about squirrels away, because this is a great stamp set, by the way. I'm going to grab my paper trimmer, paper cutter trimmer thing. And then we're going to make a masterpiece here. So, I got to make sure I know my measurements. So this is 5.5 inches. I would do 2, 4, and 6. However, we're not. So I need a quick calculator so I can try to wing it here. Alright, so 5.5 divided by 3 is, no, 5.5 divided by 3 is 1.83 each. So we're just going to eyeball it, okay? So, actually, what does 3 inch? You know what? Let's do a 3-inch bookmark. Because that will... Well, no, it won't be 3. No, 2.5. Duh. No, wait. My math is horrible tonight. 5.5 divided by 2. What does that come up to? 275. Okay. I knew I was on to something. Let's do 275. So that. Slice her in half. And there is... Actually, I'm really happy with these bookmarks. And then to top it off, I need to do something to these guys, which might look really wonky, but I think it's going to be cool. Let me quickly find something here, which of course, what I'm going to find is totally not easily accessible. Oh, of course. And the quest has to be from the catalog. But you know what? I think it's great as it is. So I'm just going to roll with it. I was going to get some thread or ribbon or not, but it has to be from the catalog. So I don't know what I have. So there's some really interesting looking bookmarks, where we can still see a lot of the image, which is actually really cool. So there we go. Of course, this one's better than that one, but they're still really cool. Alrighty. So that was the little Stampin' Up! Fun of the night. I have a cup of tea here. I'll just kind of show the red. It's like a maple rooibos kind of thing that someone gifted me this season. Alrighty, friends. Well, I'm gonna go Z. So this is really cute. Just as a basic way of, you got ink, stamps, paper, and something to cut. It can make a really neat bookmark for yourself. So there we go. Thanks, everyone. Feel free to hashtag replay, like, share, comment, follow, and subscribe. Any crafty questions, please give me a shout. I would love to help you out. And with that, I'm going to say goodnight, everyone. Bye for now. But I will be back in a few minutes for the Color the Kitty video, and then I'll really disappear. Alrighty. Bye-bye.